Hi, I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to take you through some exercises to help your recovery after COVID-19. Now, these are really gentle strength exercises. You can do them either in your bed or over the side of the bed, or sitting in a chair if you prefer to. Now, just so that you know, the exercises can sometimes, or when you start to exercise after being unwell, you might start to feel a little bit breathless. So if you feel breathless, I want you just to take a rest and then start again when you feel recovered. Remembering you can often feel dizzy or lightheaded, and sometimes when you start to exercise, it can make you cough a little bit. That's okay. Just stop and have a rest and then continue. So what we'll be doing is starting on the sides of the bed. So if you can take the time just to now position yourself on the side of your bed, feet are down flat. Try not to have socks on. So I've got bare feet here where I am at the moment, although you probably can't see, but that's just so I don't slip on the ground. To start, I want you to sit nice and tall. Let's start with some shoulder rolls. Now, bring your shoulders forward and around up towards your ears and back and down. And as you probably know, when you're sitting in bed for a long time or resting in bed, your neck and shoulders can get quite stiff. So we're just doing a couple of little warm-up stretches just before we start. One more roll, nice big circle, forward, up, back and around. Let's link our fingers together. And now roll your shoulders forward and reach out in front and take your chin down towards your chest and stretch right out. Just take it slowly. Slow, steady breathing. And let's bring it back in. And now let's take the hands. I'm going to link my fingers out behind just so you can see me there. So I'm just doing the same thing again, lifting up. And once again, lift as high as you can just to stretch out your chest and take your chin down towards your chest. And slowly bring your arms down. Now, I'm just going to show you how to deep breathe before we start these exercises. And if you need to take a break at any time, stop and do a couple of these deep breathing exercises. Bring your hands up around your rib cage. And I'd like you to breathe in slowly and deeply through your nose. Now, when you breathe in slowly and deeply, your hands should move wide here so that you can get the air to the base of your lungs. Now, this is really important after you've been unwell, particularly if you've had a chest infection with COVID-19. So let's breathe in slow and deep in through the nose and let the air just fall away. Don't worry if this makes you start to cough. Sometimes when you start to breathe deeply, it can make you cough, and that's okay. Here we go again. Breathing in slow and deep. Fill up your lungs. Great. And let the air fall away. All right. We're going to start here with some sit to stand. So I'd like you to bring your hands down on the sides of the bed. Feet are evenly apart. And you're going to push down through your feet and just come up into semi-standing. So here we go. Lifting up slowly. And coming back down slowly. Now you'll make most of your strength gains on the way down. So lower your body down slowly. Resist that temptation just to plonk yourself down back on the bed. Here's number 3. Lifting up. We're going to number 5 if you're wondering how many I'm going to take you through to. So just slow and steady. And here's the last one, number 5. And come back down. And just take a moment, have a nice deep breath in, the way I showed you before, breathing in and slowly out. Now, I'd like you to lift one leg up and take it down, other leg up. So we're doing a little bit of marching here. So lifting up and down and lifting up and down. This is number 3. I'm going to see if we can go through to 10 on these if you can. And down. And lifting up and down and lifting. We've got one more time each side. Just stay with it if you can, slow and steady. And lifting up and down. And just have a breather. Nice big breath in and out. Now, if it's too hard for you to get up and stand and march on the spot, you can continue with the marching in that seated position, even in a chair. Otherwise, I'd like you to bring your shoulders forward over your knees and come into standing, just coming right up. And we're just going to do some marching on the spot. Try and lift your knees high if you can. Try to swing your arms if you can as well. And again, we're just doing 10 marches on the spot. I'm trying to count while I talk. This is 8 and 9 and 10. And feel for the bed before you come down. Make sure it's behind your thighs. And then slowly lower your body down. And just take a moment. Slow, deep breath in and out. And again, nice deep breath in and slowly out. Now you can repeat that again if you'd like to with the marching and the sit to stands. Otherwise you can move into lying onto the bed the way I'm going to show you. So coming down sideways is the safest way. So coming down, rolling down and then rolling onto your back. Now in this position we're going to do some strength exercises for our bottom, and this is a really nice way of strengthening through your bottom and taking pressure off your back while you're resting in bed. So head down on the pillow, push down through your heels and breathe out as you lift up. So breathing out and lifting up and slowly down. So here we're strengthening the muscles of our bottom and taking pressure off our low back as well. Just lift as high as it feels comfortable for you. And we'll do 3 more of these slow and steady. Lifting up, push through your heels and just lift to where it feels comfortable. And 1 more time, push through your heels, lift up and come down slowly. All right, let's bring your knees just slightly apart. And just take a little roll to one side and back to centre and the other side. This is a lovely exercise just to loosen up your lower back, particularly if you've been resting in bed for quite some time. Now, let's slide our feet down and I want you to take a look at my feet. Let's extend one leg and the other leg. And these are calf pumps. They're a really nice exercise to reduce your risk of getting a clot in your calves. So clots, when they form, can form when you don't move. So it's really important that you're moving your feet up and down 10 times. So I think I'm coming up to number 4 here. And this is a really nice, gentle exercise you can do any time that you're resting in bed, because clots can actually then travel through your body to your lungs. So we want to try and prevent that. And just these simple exercises can help that. And we'll do 3 more, lifting up, right up, putting your toes up, and now point your toes down and lift up and down. And yes, I do have big feet. If anyone's going to comment below, I'm aware. Okay, and let's slide 1 foot up and the other foot up. And we're going to again do another 5 bridges. Arms down by your side. And remember to breathe in and breathe out as you lift. Here we go. 1 and down and 2. Just slowly. Remembering you can take a break at any time. And 3 and down. 2 to go. Lifting up and down. And 1 more time. And taking it down. Now you can bring 1 knee into your chest if that feels comfortable. Just stretching out through your bottom and down, and the other side. Just bring the knee gently in towards the chest and taking it down. And let's just finish off with some rolls. So again, rolling your knees to one side. Always keep your feet flat on the bed when you do this. Don't raise them off the ground or the bed. And the other side. And again, this is a really lovely exercise to do when you're resting in bed, just to take the pressure off your lower back and your bottom. 1 more time each side. And coming back. And back to centre. Okay, now we are done. So with this little routine, you can do this routine 2 or 3 times during the course of the day, whenever you feel you'd like to move and do some safe movement. Remembering that walking is also a really great exercise for your recovery after COVID-19. Now, just before we finish, I'd like to show you a resting position that can help you breathe during the course of the day. Okay, so this is a nice little way to elevate your body in bed. If you lie flat all the time, it makes it harder to breathe. It's much easier to breathe when your body's raised, which is why it's important to spend some time sitting out of bed if you can. But if you need to rest up in the bed, if you get a pillow and then cross it over with another pillow, and then put one pillow across the top in that formation, that then helps you to elevate your body while you're resting. The other thing you can do is to use a sleeping wedge. So I've got a sleeping wedge here as well, which is very handy. I'll put it down this end so I can show you that way. So you can get these wedges online, or if you get my app, you can see here, you can see a link to Amazon and bed wedges that you might find helpful too if you're going to be resting for a prolonged time in bed. And you can also place a pillow on that. And you can see this is quite a comfortable way, and I'll just move my pillows here, of resting upright in bed too. The only thing is, if you are going to be resting up for some period of time, it can put some pressure on your lower back. So once again, it's important to spend some time resting up, and then also spend some time lying flat, sitting out of bed, and also walking. So if you've got any questions, I'd really love to hear in the comments below. And I really hope these exercises help you with your recovery. I wish you all the best with a speedy return to health and fitness. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.